There are moments in life when events align in ways that seem almost magical, as if the universe itself is orchestrating a perfect sequence. These experiences, known as synchronicity, invite us to pause and wonder whether there is more at play than simple chance. Tonight, we will explore these mysterious connections, weaving together stories and gentle reflections. Allow yourself to settle in, letting the quiet rhythm of the night guide you toward relaxation. As we journey through these tales, you may find a sense of calm and curiosity, perfect for drifting into restful sleep. Imagine thinking of a friend's name, only to receive their call moments later. Or perhaps you open a book and it falls naturally to the exact page you needed, offering guidance or insight. Sometimes, a stranger's words echo precisely what you were hoping to hear, as if the universe is gently nudging you. These instances are examples of synchronicity, subtle yet profound connections that invite us to notice the patterns woven into our daily lives. By paying attention to these moments, we may discover a sense of harmony and meaning that brings comfort and relaxation, especially as we prepare to rest. As night falls, we set a gentle intention to linger with the thoughts and feelings that arise, rather than simply letting them pass. By choosing to sit with these moments, we invite a deeper understanding, tracing their origins through the lens of history, psychology, and philosophy. This mindful approach allows us to unravel the threads of our experiences, revealing patterns and meanings that might otherwise remain hidden. In this quiet space, we cultivate awareness and acceptance, preparing ourselves for restful sleep and inner clarity. Carl Jung was a pioneering psychologist whose curiosity led him to explore the mysterious connections between events. He introduced the concept of synchronicity, describing meaningful coincidences that seem to defy logical explanation. For decades, Jung studied these phenomena, seeking to understand their deeper significance and how they relate to the human mind. His work opened new pathways for thinking about the interplay between chance and meaning, inviting us to consider the unseen patterns that shape our experiences. Long before Carl Jung introduced the term synchronicity, ancient Eastern philosophies had already explored the idea of meaningful coincidence. Traditions from the East, such as Taoism and Buddhism, recognized that events could be interconnected in ways that transcend ordinary cause and effect. These philosophies often emphasized harmony and the subtle interplay between inner experience and the outer world. By acknowledging these ancient roots, we gain a deeper appreciation for how cultures have long sought to understand the mysterious connections that shape our lives. Modern physics has revealed surprising connections between seemingly unrelated events, echoing the ancient concept of synchronicity. The intricate patterns found in quantum mechanics and the interconnectedness of space and time often remind us of the insights shared by mystics and philosophers throughout history. These parallels suggest that the universe operates with a subtle harmony, where chance and causality intertwine. As we explore these scientific discoveries, we find ourselves reflecting on the mysteries that have fascinated thinkers for centuries, inviting us to relax into the wonder of existence. As night settles in, allow yourself to release any concerns about autoplay or timers. There is no need to monitor the clock or anticipate the next moment. Everything is gently taken care of. Let your mind drift, knowing that the content will guide you softly into rest. With each breath, feel tension melt away, inviting a sense of calm and comfort. Tonight, you can simply relax and surrender to sleep, trusting that all is well. Take a moment to reflect on your own life and recall instances where uncanny coincidences have appeared. Perhaps there was a time when events aligned in ways that felt almost magical, or a chance encounter led to unexpected outcomes. These moments often linger in our memories, inviting us to wonder about the hidden patterns that shape our experiences. If you feel comfortable, consider sharing your story, as each tale adds depth to our understanding of coincidence and connection. Allow yourself to gently revisit these memories, letting their mysteries settle around you as you prepare for restful sleep. As evening settles in, allow yourself to gently let go of the day's events. With each slow breath, feel the tension in your body begin to dissolve, as if melting away into the quiet darkness. Imagine your thoughts drifting softly, no longer anchored to worries or tasks, but floating freely in a calm, restful space. This gentle release prepares you for a journey into the world of synchronicity, where relaxation and openness invite restful sleep and deeper awareness. Embrace this moment of transition and let your mind settle into peaceful anticipation. In the heart of Vienna, the year is 1909. The city is quiet, its streets bathed in the soft glow of late evening. Inside a study lined with books, Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung sit across from each other, their faces illuminated by the flicker of lamplight. The air is thick with anticipation as ideas and emotions swirl between them. Amidst the scholarly ambiance, the tension is palpable, hinting at the profound exchange that is about to unfold. Freud's perspective on the unconscious shaped much of early psychology, presenting it as a hidden domain where repressed desires, unresolved traumas, and sexuality reside. He believed these forces influenced behavior in subtle yet powerful ways, often beyond our conscious awareness. Freud was critical of alternative theories, notably those proposed by Jung, whom he felt strayed too far from the scientific rigor he valued. This skepticism underscored Freud's commitment to his own framework, emphasizing the unconscious as a repository for the aspects of ourselves we struggle to confront. His approach laid the foundation for later explorations into the complexities of the human mind. Jung observed that certain events seemed to carry a significance beyond what Freud's model could explain. These moments, often appearing as meaningful coincidences, did not follow the usual patterns of cause and effect. Instead, they hinted at connections that were subtle and unexpected, weaving together inner experiences and outer events. Jung's curiosity was sparked by these anomalies, leading him to question the boundaries of traditional psychological theories. In the quiet of reflection, he began to explore the possibility that there was more to the mind than simple mechanisms and predictable outcomes. During a pivotal conversation between Jung and Freud, an unexpected event unfolded. As Jung discussed the concept of synchronicity, a sudden crack appeared in the wood of the bookcase nearby, startling both men. This mysterious occurrence seemed to mirror Jung's argument, as if the environment itself responded to the topic at hand. The incident left a lasting impression, highlighting the uncanny interplay between inner thoughts and external events. In the quiet aftermath, both thinkers pondered the deeper significance of such moments, where coincidence and meaning intertwine. Jung often spoke of moments when intuition seemed to guide him, revealing subtle signs that something significant was about to unfold. These experiences, vivid and undeniable, led him to question the limits of ordinary cause and effect. He sensed that reality was layered, with connections that transcended logical explanations. Each intuitive insight strengthened his belief that unseen forces and meaningful coincidences play a role in shaping our lives. For Jung, such moments were not mere chance, but evidence of a deeper structure within the fabric of existence. The aftermath of this pivotal incident marked a turning point in Jung's relationship with Freud. Their differing interpretations of the event revealed deep philosophical divides, gradually leading Jung to forge his own path. Jung became increasingly fascinated by the idea of meaningful coincidence, which he later termed synchronicity. This quest shaped much of his subsequent work, inspiring him to explore the mysterious connections between mind and matter. The experience not only distanced him from Freud, but also ignited a lifelong pursuit to understand the hidden patterns that weave through human existence. Synchronicity, as defined by Carl Jung, refers to moments when the external world seems to reflect our inner thoughts or feelings in ways that feel deeply meaningful. These events are not simply coincidences, but rather instances where the connection between our internal experience and the outside world is so specific, it defies explanation by chance alone. Jung believed that synchronicity reveals a hidden order, where the boundaries between mind and matter momentarily dissolve. This concept invites us to notice subtle patterns and connections that might otherwise go unseen, offering a sense of harmony between our inner and outer realities. Carl Jung was meticulous in his approach to the concept of synchronicity. Rather than rushing to publish his ideas, he spent years gathering evidence and carefully examining the phenomenon. Jung collaborated with scientists from various fields, ensuring that his observations were grounded in rigorous methodology. This cautious and methodical process reflected his commitment to scientific integrity, lending credibility to his eventual theory. By prioritizing thorough investigation, Jung demonstrated a deep respect for both scientific standards and the mysteries he sought to understand. One of Carl Jung's most renowned examples of synchronicity centers on the golden scarab case. During a therapy session, a patient recounted a vivid dream featuring a golden scarab, a symbol of rebirth and transformation. At that precise moment, a real beetle resembling a scarab tapped against the window, startling both Jung and his patient. This unexpected convergence between the dream and reality marked a turning point in the patient's psychological journey, illustrating how meaningful coincidences can ignite profound change. The golden scarab remains a powerful emblem of the mysterious interplay between the inner world and external events. Synchronicity often reveals itself during moments of psychological transformation, when the mind is searching for meaning. These coincidences tend to occur just as we reach a breakthrough, offering symbols that resonate deeply with our inner experience. The timing is rarely accidental. It seems as though the universe responds to our need for guidance or clarity. By paying attention to these meaningful patterns, we can better understand the subtle ways our psyche communicates with us. In these moments, symbolic events become a bridge between our conscious awareness and the deeper layers of our mind. Attention is a gentle guide, inviting us to observe the subtle rhythms and patterns woven throughout our daily lives. By focusing on these moments, we may uncover layers of meaning that often go unnoticed. Sometimes, a familiar routine or a fleeting thought holds significance beyond its surface. Allow your awareness to linger, and you may find that even the smallest details can reveal insights about yourself and your journey. In this quiet space, noticing becomes a form of discovery, enriching your experience and fostering a sense of calm reflection. Many people approach stories of extraordinary coincidences with a healthy dose of skepticism. Common objections include the influence of confirmation bias, where we tend to notice and remember events that support our beliefs while overlooking those that do not. Another consideration is the law of truly large numbers, which suggests that with enough opportunities, unlikely events are bound to happen. These perspectives remind us to interpret coincidences carefully and recognize that sometimes patterns emerge simply because of the vastness of possibilities. Acknowledging these viewpoints helps us maintain a balanced understanding of remarkable occurrences. Jung addressed skepticism by carefully distinguishing synchronicity from ordinary cognitive biases. He argued that while humans often perceive patterns where none exist, true synchronicities stand apart due to their remarkable specificity and timing. These events are not simply the result of wishful thinking or selective attention. Instead, they appear to defy statistical probability. Jung suggested that the meaningful coincidences he described could not be explained solely by psychological tendencies, pointing to a deeper connection between inner experiences and external events. This perspective invites us to consider the possibility that some coincidences carry significance beyond mere chance. Discernment is essential when navigating the subtle boundary between meaningful synchronicity and mere coincidence. It requires patience and careful observation to recognize patterns that hold genuine significance, rather than being swayed by fleeting similarities. By approaching each experience with a rigorous mindset, we allow ourselves to filter out distractions and focus on what truly matters. This thoughtful process not only sharpens our intuition, but also fosters a deeper sense of calm and clarity, guiding us gently toward restful sleep. Imagine the mindset of a detective, approaching each situation with curiosity and patience. Rather than jumping to conclusions, the detective holds several possible explanations in mind, allowing the facts to guide their understanding. Evidence is gathered slowly and thoughtfully, each piece contributing to a clearer picture. This open investigative stance encourages flexibility and reduces the pressure to find immediate answers. Over time, the accumulation of clues leads to deeper insight and a more reliable conclusion. Embracing uncertainty requires a quiet strength, a willingness to accept that not all answers are within reach. It is a challenge to live with the unknown, to resist the urge for quick conclusions, and instead allow questions to linger. This courage is not about blind faith, but about honest openness, remaining receptive to new ideas without surrendering critical judgment. Navigating this delicate balance fosters resilience, helping us grow comfortable with ambiguity while staying grounded in our values. In this space, we discover a deeper sense of trust in ourselves and the unfolding of life, Carl Jung proposed the concept of the collective unconscious, a profound layer of the mind shared by all humans. Unlike personal memories, this structure contains universal patterns and archetypes that shape our thoughts, dreams, and behaviors. These archetypes, such as the hero, the mother, or the shadow, emerge across cultures and generations, revealing common threads in human experience. By recognizing these shared symbols, we gain insight into the deeper currents that influence our individual lives. This understanding invites us to explore the hidden connections that unite us, offering a sense of calm and belonging as we drift toward sleep. Across the world, cultures have developed their own mythologies, yet many share strikingly similar symbolic figures and stories. Archetypes such as the hero, the trickster, and the wise elder appear in countless traditions, from ancient Greek legends to Native American tales. These recurring motifs suggest a profound underlying connection between human societies, reflecting shared hopes, fears, and values. By exploring these universal patterns, we gain insight into the collective imagination and the ways in which stories help us make sense of our world. The presence of these archetypes invites us to consider the threads that unite humanity, even across distant lands and eras. Across cultures and centuries, certain stories echo with remarkable consistency. The hero's journey, for instance, follows a familiar path, a call to adventure, trials and transformation, and a triumphant return. The motif of descending into the underworld, whether literal or symbolic, represents facing one's deepest fears and emerging changed. These recurring patterns reveal how humanity seeks meaning, growth, and understanding through narrative. By tracing these universal themes, we uncover the shared threads that connect civilizations and generations. Carl Jung observed that mythological structures, despite arising in diverse cultures, often display remarkable consistency. He argued that this similarity goes beyond mere metaphor or shared human experience. Instead, Jung believed it points to an inherited field of meaning, a kind of collective unconscious that shapes the way myths and symbols emerge. This perspective suggests that our minds are predisposed to certain patterns, allowing myths to resonate deeply across generations and societies. By recognizing these universal structures, we gain insight into the profound ways in which meaning is transmitted and preserved within humanity. Synchronicity invites us to notice the subtle connections woven through our everyday experiences. When meaningful coincidences occur, they offer a glimpse into the deeper patterns that shape our lives, hinting at the presence of a collective unconscious. These moments are not merely random. Instead, they reflect a shared tapestry of thoughts, emotions, and archetypes that unite us all. By observing synchronicity, we begin to sense the invisible threads linking us to others, fostering a quiet awareness of our place within the greater whole. As you settle into the quiet of the evening, allow yourself to notice the subtle connections between your thoughts and the world around you. Sometimes, patterns emerge that seem to link your inner feelings with external events, creating a sense of synchronicity. These moments of alignment can bring clarity and comfort, reminding you that you are part of a larger tapestry. By gently observing these patterns, you invite a deeper sense of harmony and relaxation, preparing your mind for restful sleep. In 1898, Morgan Robertson published a novel titled Futility, which told the tale of a massive, supposedly unsinkable ship called the Titan. Remarkably, the Titan's fate mirrored that of the Titanic, which would sink 14 years later in 1912. Both ships struck icebergs in the North Atlantic, leading to catastrophic loss of life due to insufficient lifeboats. The eerie similarities between Robertson's fictional account and the real tragedy have sparked fascination and speculation for generations. This historical coincidence serves as a reminder of the unpredictable nature of events and the limits of human foresight. Abraham Lincoln once shared a haunting dream with those close to him, a vision that foreshadowed his own tragic fate. In this dream, Lincoln wandered through the silent halls of the White House, encountering mournful figures and a sense of deep unease. He described seeing a covered corpse, surrounded by grieving people, and upon asking who had died, was told it was the president, assassinated. The vivid details and somber atmosphere of the dream left a lasting impression, especially given its eerie resemblance to the events that unfolded shortly after. Lincoln's premonition stands as a striking example of how intuition and subconscious fears can manifest in moments of vulnerability. Synchronicity is distinguished by its remarkable specificity. Unlike ordinary coincidences, which often feel random or vague, synchronicity involves a precise and meaningful alignment of events. Each occurrence seems to fit together with an uncanny sense of purpose, as if woven into a larger pattern. This detailed connection gives synchronicity its unique significance, making the experience feel deeply personal and resonant. By focusing on these specific links, we begin to understand how synchronicity stands apart from mere chance. There are moments in life when explanations fall short and certain events resist our understanding. Despite our efforts to unravel their meaning, some mysteries persist, quietly shaping our experiences. In these instances, the search for answers becomes a deeply personal journey, unique to each individual. Accepting the limits of explanation can be comforting, inviting us to embrace uncertainty and find peace within the unknown. Ultimately, the meaning we assign to these moments is shaped by our own perspectives and reflections. As you settle into the quiet of this moment, gently invite your attention inward. Consider the subtle rhythms and recurring patterns that shape your days, those moments that seem to echo with significance, even if their meaning is not immediately clear. Perhaps there are small gestures, familiar routines, or fleeting thoughts that return again and again, each carrying a thread of insight. Allow yourself to notice these details without judgment, simply observing how they weave together to form the tapestry of your life. In this calm space, you may discover that even the simplest moments hold a deeper resonance, waiting patiently to be acknowledged. As we broaden our perspective, we begin to see that synchronicity is not confined to a single culture or discipline. Throughout history, various traditions and fields have observed and interpreted these meaningful coincidences in unique ways. By exploring these diverse viewpoints, we gain a richer understanding of how synchronicity has been woven into the fabric of human experience. This journey invites us to relax our assumptions and open ourselves to new explanations, gently guiding our minds toward deeper insight. In the quiet of reflection, we prepare to discover how different paths converge in their recognition of synchronicity.